Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go with Yin Yoga and this Yin Yoga flow that is based around Santosha, one of the Niyamas, which can mean acceptance or can mean contentment. This is also based on the element metal. Metal is associated with fall in traditional Chinese medicine, as well as around the meridians of your lung and large intestine. And both of those are all about letting go. So come to an easy seated position to start with. And you can also be laying on your back if that's more comfortable. And just begin to take your attention to your breath. Allowing yourself to come into this practice now to let go of the things that came before this. Notice how your breath appears for you today, whether it's calm, whether it's choppy, whether it's long or short. And if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. Otherwise, let them just become unfocused. I'd like to read you a poem as you are just beginning to arrive on your mat. This poem is by Lao Tzu. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only brings sorrow. Sorrow, by the way, grief, sadness, that is also associated with the organ, the lung organ. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. So this practice on a physical level is really going to strengthen and open your back, your shoulders, and your arms. And on a more subtle level, the intention I'm offering to you is to accept things the way they are. And if you have an intention in mind, now is the perfect time to set that for yourself. And let's get moving. I like to, in the fall, in the late fall, begin to use movements. Little bit of movement to get started. And in this case, we're going to lay back on our back, keeping an eye on time, and just slowly transitioning onto your back. Bring your hips to one side of your mat, and then bring your knees into your chest, and allow the knees to fall over to the opposite side. And go ahead and bring your hands together. So basically stacking one arm on top of the other. And then on your next inhale, open. As far as is comfortable for you. And then close. This can be referred to as bookends. It is not a yin posture, but it's getting into the meridians that we want to target in this practice. And so the lung meridian goes through your lungs, into your armpit, on the inside of your arm, and ends at your thumb. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. This can also help to get rid of tension in places that we often hold tension. And you can just switch to the other side, so I don't have my back to you. I'm gonna swing around like this, taking one arm out to the other hand on top, and inhale, opening. Try to keep the hips on the mat. Just moving through your shoulders and your upper back. Should feel very nice. Although it can feel challenging too if you are very stiff in that area. Inhale, open. And exhale. Bring your hands back together. One last time. And reaching towards what's waiting for you. Exhale, letting go. And then just take your hands to the mat and slowly walk your body up, coming into a tabletop position. If you have a bolster or some blankets, go ahead and take it horizontally across your mat. Bring your hands to the other side. Hips are over knees. And you'll have to play with the position of your bolster. Begin to stretch your arms forward, bringing your heart onto the bolster. Melting heart. Once again, think about your energy flowing through that lung meridian. Affirmation I'm offering you here is I flow forward. And you could also be sitting back on a block or a bolster to make this more comfortable for yourself. Inhale, feel the lungs expand, and exhale, feel them empty out all that old energy. So in melting heart, you will feel a lot of tension in your arms, most likely. That's okay. Where you want to feel sensation, not effort, is across your upper back and your shoulders. See if you can soften that area. Last couple of breaths here. And then begin to draw your palms back towards your body, pressing into those palms. Take your bolster over towards the side. You will need it for your next pose. And just push back into child's pose. And just a short little counterpose. Maybe even taking your arms alongside your body with the palms coming up. Releasing any tension that builds across that shoulder and upper back area. So fall reminds us of letting go. We tend to get sad because winter is coming. I certainly struggle with that a lot. But we can't change fall. And we can't change winter. Go ahead and begin to push into your hands to bring yourself upright. Take your bolster, if you're using one, back horizontally across your mat. Take your forearms onto the bolster and slowly begin to stretch your legs behind you in Sphinx pose. So we can't change the seasons. which reminds us that change is really, it's cyclical. It is really the only thing in life that is certain besides birth and death. And the things that make us sad and that make us grieve are when we hold on to things because we don't want them to change, despite the fact we know they're going to change. Allow your shoulders to relax down your back. Slightly tuck your chin. Have a nice long neck in line with the rest of your spine. Closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you. I flow forward. Begin to ask yourself where in your life you're trying to change something that you have absolutely no control over. And how is that making you feel? Are you feeling contentment or acceptance, Santosha? Or are you feeling grief and sorrow? And go ahead and raise your torso so you can move your bolster over. And then bring yourself down, one hand on top of the other, forehead on top of the hands. And just a few breaths here. Go ahead and push into those forearms. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Come back up into a tabletop position. Grab the bolster if you have it, or perhaps some blocks. And take it to the back of your mat, lining up with the long edge of your mat. Come to sit on your bolster. Take your legs out to either side, knees are bent, feet are on your mat or on the ground. And then begin to reach your hands underneath your legs. This is not really a typical yin posture, but it is getting into that lung meridian, into the chest and the sides of the arms. Now you may be flexible to do this sitting on your mat. I most definitely am not. This is turtle pose. The turtle pose does remind us to go inside. But we also don't want to go inside so much that we're in denial. I flow forward. head drop. Think about a turtle taking that head into its shell. Not to live in denial, just beginning to go inside during the fall, and beginning to let go. Expanding on the inhale and coming back together on the exhale. You feel them on the back of your body. I flow forward. Last couple of breaths. And then slowly begin to take your hands out from underneath your body and begin to walk your hands back towards your torso and take them behind you and let the knees fall from side to side, just releasing any tension that may have built up in your back. Go ahead and come off your bolster, grab a block or pillow or some blankets. Take your bolster towards the top of your mat, horizontally across your mat. Come across, bring your hips towards the bolster, grab that block. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on your mat, and then just slowly begin to drape yourself across the bolster and take that block and try to put it underneath your head. Oh, there we go. And let the arms come out side to side. So play with the height of your bolster. Whether you need it on the middle height like I have it, maybe you need it on a higher height. I flow forward. Ask yourself what you need in this pose. What do you need to let go of? How can you arrange your blocks to make this pose easeful? Allow your forehead to relax. Let your lower jaw jaw open slightly. Go of any tension you're holding between your shoulder blades. Just let go and accept. And these will help you move through grief, move through sorrow, and find contentment in the happy moments and the sad moments too. Can you find contentment in this practice, even with all the outside noises you may be hearing from this recording? And from this constructive rest pose, go ahead and move into our final pose, Savasana. Come on off your prop, slowly to one side, and then rearrange so that you are comfortable in Shavasana. And I had a couple of stories already in mind that I wanted to share with you about today's intention. Now is a great time to bring your thoughts back to any intention you may have set in the beginning. Physically, I offered that you're really going to get into your upper back and your shoulders and your arms, and I hope that you feel that. And as you get comfortable in Shavasana, please close your eyes down if that's comfortable for you. If not, let them become unfocused. So I have these stories I wanted to share about dealing with sorrow and change and grief. And I'll get to that in a moment. Let me reread Lao Tzu's quote, and it's so, so true. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only brings sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like, because they're going to, no matter what you do. Now, the funny story is I was putting in earrings. Actually, I was taking out earrings, put in a different set of earrings, the ones I'm wearing right now for this practice. And the ones I was taking out, as I took it out of my ear, it just broke. It just broke into two pieces. And I love these earrings. I mean, they're not expensive, but they have happy memories. I just like them. That's why I bought them. But things change. The synchronicity was, to me, it was pretty amazing. I hope you can hear me. I hope this is picking up my voice. So that's the funny story I want to share with you, because we all have stuff like that happen every day, and we have a choice. Do we get really upset about it? I mean, come on, it's an earring, you know? But on a more serious note, I wanted to talk, depending on when you watch this video, if you watch it when it's first released, and if you don't know, I have a 95-year-old mother. And before that, I had a father who was almost that age. And it's been many, many years of long-distance caretaking for my parents. And it is very difficult to watch people that you love completely change. People who were so capable and no longer are. And that's something you can really struggle with. And I'm not saying that I don't. It's not easy. But I can tell you my sister has real trouble with that. She wants things to be the way they are, the way they were. And she just has trouble accepting the way things are, and it upsets her deeply. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that I don't struggle with it. I do. So if you're going through things like that, I understand. It's not easy. But it is life. It's not something we can change. And when we accept our loved ones who have changed for who they are right now, our burden gets a little less heavy. The grief and the sadness is a little lighter. So I just wanted to share that. And now I'd like you to relax into Savasana in silence until you hear me speak again. Allow your breath to be deepen. Begin to notice the sounds around you and within. Notice the clothes that are touching your body. And if you're outside, perhaps any breeze that is caressing you. Maybe the warmth of the sun, or the coolness in the air that fall brings. Begin to take any small movements you need, or continue to lay in Savasana for as long as you feel called to. But if not, if you need to move on with your day, you can go ahead and move your head from side to side and gently up and down. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes, taking any small movements you feel that you need. Sinking deeper and deeper into your mat, feeling it cradling the back of your head, your shoulders, your thighs, and your heels. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms up overhead, stretching your hands as far away from your feet as you can, as if you're waking up in the morning. Then bring your hands down, gently bend your knees in towards your chest, and allow your knees to fall over to one side. Rest on your side. Take a few deep breaths here. Perhaps giving yourself gratitude for taking this time just for you. Knowing that taking this time is going to help you care for everybody else in your life. Maybe giving gratitude for this practice, and emotions that may have bubbled up during it. And keeping your eyes closed, begin to walk your body upright, coming into an easy seated position. palms of the hand touch together in front of your heart, bringing your thumbs into your sternum, sitting up nice and tall, slightly bowing your head over your hands. Really pushing palm into palm, integrating your left brain and your right brain, yin and yang, active and passive, and slowly begin to blink your eyes open, taking in the mat, the room around you, ground if you're practicing outside, then raising your head with a smile on your face and allowing your hands to gently fall to your lap or your knees. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this practice, please click the like button so I can reach even more people with free yoga. If you'd like to practice with me again, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you so much for joining me today. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. May you flow forward and accept things as they are.